What do you call a leopard that has enlarged spots? Stay tuned to find out. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Movie Time with Chris. The channel devoted specifically to movies, movie birthdays, movie reviews, trailer discussions, box office predictions, and some special videos along the way. Now hey, if that sounds like something that you're into, if you love the movie reviews, if you want the trailer discussions, if you love to compete in box office predictions, if you just love movies, subscribe to this channel. You're going to get all that content and then some. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Judas and the Black Messiah. Now this movie was directed by Shaka King. It's rated R, and you can find it on HBO Max. And it stars Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, Jesse Plemons. And before I really go into depth about this movie, I'm going to go ahead and let you know that this video will have spoilers. So, if you plan on watching this in the future, go ahead and pause this video, add it to your watch later list so that you guys can check it out after you've seen the movie. Or, if you've already seen it or don't care about spoilers, continue watching this. Make sure you like it though, and subscribe, because only I think 50% of you guys are actually subscribed. So let's go ahead and raise that up. But let's go ahead and talk about this movie. The movie follows Bill, who is a car thief, and he's imitating an FBI agent. He gets arrested, and the FBI brings him in, and he's looking at serious time in jail. Unless he works with them. They want him to go undercover and join the Chicago chapter of the Black Panther Party and kind of give information about the chairman of that party. So he does it because to him it's a no-brainer. And ultimately it gets to the point where he has to play Judas and betray the chairman of this party and kind of give him up to the FBI, who orchestrates his murder. Then years later, Bill ended up doing an interview for a documentary telling the story. Obviously, it weighed heavily on him, and he committed suicide. This movie is based on a true story, and that's actually, with my notebook here, that's actually one of the things that I liked about this, is that it's a true story. And it's a story that, I think regardless of your points of view, your beliefs, political, religious, whatever, I think you should check this movie out just because it's a story that I think everyone should know. And again, you can find it on HBO Max or in theaters. And Judas and the Black Messiah is what it's called. Now, the other part of the movie that I liked is the cast and the acting. There were 3 of the cast members from this movie that actually came out in the movie Get Out. And I thoroughly enjoyed Get Out. I mean, when I first watched it, I bought the digital copy, watched it, enjoyed it so much, watched it again right after, just to kind of get a grasp of everything that was really happening and going on. So, I mean, the cast is just unbelievable, and their acting, you believe it. You believe everything that's going on, their emotion, just everything about it. You feel a certain kind of way when you watch this movie. You feel bad, you feel upset, there's so many emotions, and you feel them all. And that's a credit to the acting performances that are given. Now, my dislikes for this movie are, again, the story. Only because it is a true story, and being a country that likes to talk about how great it is, they've got a lot of skeletons in their closet and they've done a lot of bad deeds. And watching movies like this just kind of upset me. Because I can believe that these things happened. But it's absolutely terrible that they did. So, my other dislike is that the movie seemed it was too long. The movie's 2 hours and 5 minutes, and I felt like it was 3 hours long. And it's crazy because the movie starts out good, and then it starts to drag. And drag. And yeah, it's crazy because even though the movie's dragging, they still try to put so much information into the movie. And there were times when they were talking about characters and I was having a hard time following. Wait, who are they talking about? Because they introduce so many people in the movie, but there's not enough story to each person. So it's like walking into a room full of people and just, oh yeah, this is so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so. And then by the end, you can't remember the first person's name because it was just all so much so fast. So even though the movie dragged, the introduction of characters was a little fast and not really built. So I really didn't enjoy that. But I mean, overall, I gave the movie 3.5 stars out of 5. Again, it's a movie I think everyone should watch. Is it something that I personally would want to own? I don't think so, but I'll probably give it another rewatch while it's on HBO Max. But my final thoughts about the movie, again, these stories always upset me because it shows the ignorance of the human species. And, you know, in regards to humans, there's a quote that I always like to use, and it's from Tales of the Crypt, Demon Knight, or Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. And it's, I think, a perfect quote that describes humans.
Humans? You're not worth the flesh you're printed on!
Yeah. But again, the story being true, I think is perfectly titled Judas and the Black Messiah, because this movie is literally the biblical story of Judas. And chances are you know that story. So if you do, you know what happens in this movie. But as I watched this movie, you know, I couldn't help but think throughout it about a quote from Star Wars, Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And it's the opera scene when Anakin goes to see Palpatine. And Palpatine's about to tell him the story of Darth Plagueis. And before he gets there, he says,
"Good as a point of view, Anakin."
And I just couldn't help but think, that's perfect for this movie. Because you see things from Bill's perspective. You see things from the Black Panther's perspective. You see this from the FBI's perspective. And everyone thinks that they're doing the right thing. But it's all a point of view. Just like this review is my point of view. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, make sure you check out the Instagram, Movie Time with Chris, where you're going to see the little snippets of everything that's going to come on the YouTube channel. Speaking of the YouTube channel, make sure that you like this video, subscribe, and ring that bell, because you don't want to miss any future videos that are going to be on this channel. Make sure you check me out on Twitter, Movie Time with C1, where you're going to get, again, more information of everything that I'm working on, kind of a behind the scenes of the Instagram, where I'm just talking about everything I'm going to be working on for the day, and then I'll be posting it on Instagram and doing videos. So make sure you check out the Twitter before you check anything out to see if it's something you want to watch. Make sure you look at the blog, www.movietimewithchris.com. On there, I actually posted my thoughts on WandaVision, episode 6, which came out today, the 12th of February. So make sure you go to the blog and check that out as well. And lastly, If there's ever a topic you want to hear about or a movie you want me to review, email me, movietimewithchris@gmail.com. I'm going to check that email multiple times a day. I will not miss your message. I actually just got an email, so I have to check it. And the topic you want to hear about will be in a future video on this channel. But until next time, stay safe and take care.